So let's talk teen pregnancy, especially with Mother's Day being today. By the way, I hope everyone enjoyed their Mother's Day and had an amazing time. But I would like to just talk about teen pregnancy for a minute. So, like I had mentioned in a video earlier on, I became a mother at 15 years old, and it was one of the hardest things I've ever been through. Let's just talk about, being a child, being scared, um, and getting ready to have a child yourself. It's actually pretty overwhelming, very scary. I was in sports. I had to stop playing softball after I had just conditioned so freaking hard. Like, we all know how hard it is going through high school conditioning, getting prepared and ready for your sport that's upcoming. So I did. I worked very hard towards that, and I had to quit. It was one of the saddest things. I guess I didn't really understand then that, being a mother, getting ready to have a child, like, that was even scarier than, having to quit my softball that I had worked so hard for. I didn't realize all the struggles then that I would go through. I knew that I was getting ready to have a kid and my life was going to change. I just wasn't so sure exactly how. The first thing is, you as a mother, you have really, no option to just be like, okay, I'm going to come see the baby and then I'm going to leave, unless you choose to do so. And fathers sometimes do have that option. So being so young and being teenagers, the mothers, I feel like, statistically, most of the time, end up having to stay home with the child and raise the child while the dad still continues to get to, play sports and finish high school and, go through all these things that high schoolers should be going through while the mom is kind of stuck at home raising the child. I do want to say with that I do not regret any of my decisions at all. I am 100% happy that I did decide to stay at home and raise my child. I did have to go from, school, in school classes to online because I had to work as well. Speaking of children, there's my nosy one. Anyways, back to what I was originally talking about is, the moms having to homeschool or go to school if they choose to, but I had to homeschool because I had to work to provide for my kid. My first job, actually was when I was 12, and it was, at this little floral shop, and I got to, make these rooms and decorate, and I loved it. However, when I was 15, I had my first real job at Kroger, and